In the previous class, we discussed external structure of the heart, and today we will be discussing internal structure of the heart. Okay, to study the mechanism of heart, how it pumps the blood, it is very essential to study the internal structure of the heart, and for that we have taken the longitudinal section of the heart. Okay, so here we can see internally heart is divided into 4 chambers, that is a right auricle or right atrium, and left auricle or left atrium, then right ventricle and left ventricle. Okay, and all these 4 chambers are specific in their function. Understood, children? So upper 2 chambers are called auricles or atrium, right atrium and the left atrium, and the lower 2 chambers are called ventricles, that is right ventricle and left ventricle. Understood? And then these chambers are separated from each other by a wall called septum. Okay, so what it is called, children? Septum. By a wall called septum. Okay, this is wall called septum. Septum is singular and septae is plural. Okay, so now first we'll study about the walls in the heart. Okay, so the right auricle and the left auricle are separated by a wall called interauricular septum. Okay, so both the auricles are separated by a wall in the middle, that is called as interauricular septum, and this interauricular septum prevents the mixing up of deoxygenated blood in the right auricle with the oxygenated blood in the left auricle. Okay, so here the right auricle is the center for deoxygenated blood. The deoxygenated blood from all the parts of the body is collected in the right auricle. Understood, children? And then the left auricle is the center for oxygenated blood. So here blood is received from the lungs. Follow, children? And this wall prevents the mixing up of deoxygenated blood in the right auricle with the oxygenated blood in the left auricle. Okay, and then the lower 2 chambers are called ventricles, and then the right ventricle has deoxygenated blood and the left ventricle has oxygenated blood. Okay, so the deoxygenated blood from the right auricle moves to the right ventricle. Understood, children? And then the oxygenated blood from the left auricle flows into the left left ventricle. Okay, and both the ventricles are again separated by a wall, and that is called interventricular septum. Okay, so the auricles are separated by a wall called interauricular septum, and the ventricles are separated by a wall called interventricular septum. Okay, and similarly this also prevents the mixing up of deoxygenated blood in the right ventricle with the oxygenated blood in the left ventricle. Okay, it is very essential to separate the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, children, because apes and mammals require a lot of energy to maintain their body temperature. Okay, in lower organisms like pisces, fish, amphibious, frogs, reptiles, that is lizard, the temperature of the body changes along with the environment. Okay, if the environment is cool, the body becomes cool. If the environment is hot, the body becomes hot. Okay, poikilothermy animal they are. Whereas in apes and mammals, whether it is hot or cold outside, the body is always warm. It is very essential to maintain this temperature, for which a lot of energy is required. Okay, so therefore the oxygenated blood in the left chambers, that is left auricle and left ventricle, is separated from the deoxygenated blood in the right auricle and right ventricle. Did you understand, children? So this is very essential. Okay, separating the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood is for maintaining the body temperature. Okay, when does our body become cool? Only when we die. Okay, so the temperature goes lower and lower, and finally the body becomes cool. But always, whether it is hot or cold outside, our body is warm. Okay, we are all homeothermic organisms. Okay, body temperature is maintained constant. Did you understand, children? And so the auricles are separated by wall called interauricular septum, and the ventricles are separated by wall called interventricular septum. Okay, and next the walls. The right auricle is larger than the left auricle, children, and here the left ventricle is larger than the right ventricle. Okay, you can see like this exactly. This is our heart, children, and this you can see, this is the right auricle. Okay, as it receives deoxygenated blood from all the body parts, this is larger than the left auricle. Similarly, as left ventricle pumps the blood to all the parts of the body, the left ventricle is larger than the right ventricle. Understood, children? So this is our heart. This is the right auricle, this is left auricle, and this is the right ventricle, and this is left ventricle. Right auricle receives blood from all the body parts, hence it is bigger than the left auricle. Similarly, the left ventricle pumps the blood, oxygenated blood, to all the body parts, body organs, so it is bigger than the right ventricle. Understood? And next, the walls of the left ventricle. Here you can see, children, the walls of the left ventricle are much thicker than the right ventricle. Okay, because the right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs. Okay, which is very close to the heart, and so the wall is thinner here. Okay, very close to the heart. Whereas the left ventricle pumps the blood to all the body parts through this systemic aorta. Okay, so this aorta again divides into several arterioles, and the blood is oxygenated blood is supplied to all the body organs. So the walls of the left ventricle is much thicker than the walls of the right ventricle. Okay, understood, children? The walls of the ventricles are generally thicker than the auricles. Okay, because auricles pumps the blood into the ventricles, whereas in ventricles the walls of the left ventricle is much thicker than the walls of the right ventricle, because right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs, which is closer to the heart, and the left ventricle pumps blood to the body organs much far away from the heart. Understood, children? And next we will be studying about, so these are the walls of the heart. Okay, next we will study valves of the heart. These are valves, you call valves or walls. Okay, so now this wall, so heart also has 4 different types of walls, children. First of all, what is this wall? Okay, so wall allows the blood to flow only in one direction and prevents the backward flow of the blood. Okay, so the blood from the right auricle enters into the right ventricle. The blood from the left auricle enters from the left ventricle. One more thing. Now the auricles and the ventricles are separated by wall again, that is right auriculo-ventricular septum. Okay, so we studied interauricular septum, interventricular septum, that separates both the auricles and both the ventricles. Now there are auriculo-ventricular septum, that is right auriculo-ventricular septum and the left auriculo-ventricular septum here. So right auriculo-ventricular septum separates the right auricle and the right ventricle. Left auriculo-ventricular septum separates the left auricle and left ventricle. Okay, and then on this auriculo-ventricular septum there are minute pores, apertures. Okay, so the right auricles open into the right ventricle through a aperture present on the right auriculo-ventricular septum called right auriculo-ventricular aperture. Okay, similarly the left auricle opens into the left ventricle through a aperture present on left auriculo-ventricular septum called left auriculo-ventricular aperture. Okay, so these are the walls of the heart. Next, walls of the heart, walls are the tissues that allows the blood to flow in only one direction and prevents the backward flow of the blood. Okay, so that is tricuspid wall, which is present at right auriculo-ventricular aperture here. Bicuspid wall, which is present at left auriculo-ventricular aperture here. Okay, and then pulmonary valve which is present at the origin of right ventricle at the origin of pulmonary aorta in the right ventricle. Understood, children? So it is here. The blood flows from here to here. That time this valve is closed like this. Understood? And then when the blood flows from the right ventricle into the pulmonary aorta, then this valve get closed like this. Are you understanding, children? So valves allow the blood to flow in one direction only. Right auricle to right ventricle, from right ventricle into the pulmonary aorta, and from the pulmonary aorta into the lungs, right and left lung, through the right pulmonary artery and the left pulmonary artery. It is very clear in the diagram. You can just see the diagram and explain the internal structure of the diagram. Understood, children? And so the valves, what is the function of valves, children? It allows the blood to flow in only one direction, okay, and prevents the backward flow of the blood. And there are four valves. Tricuspid valve, which is present at right auriculoventricular aperture, allows the blood to flow from right auricle to right ventricle. Bicuspid valve, it has two cusps, okay, so it is called bicuspid valve. It is also called mitral valve, okay, so it is also called mitral valve, and this is present at left auriculoventricular aperture here, and it allows the blood to flow from left auricle to left ventricle. Understood? Next, pulmonary valve is present at the origin of pulmonary aorta in the right ventricle. Okay, so we have already learned pulmonary aorta originates from the right ventricle. Okay, similarly, systemic valve, it is present at the origin of systemic aorta. You can see in the diagram, this one is systemic aorta and the left ventricle. Okay, so like this, there are four valves present at different location, and it allows the blood to flow in only one direction and prevents the backward flow of the blood. Okay, then these valves are held in a position. You might have heard in many cases, children, walls moosukupoye, like that, walls are closed, people talking. Okay, so these walls are held in position by strands of connective tissue, and that is called chordae tendineae. Okay, so here I am writing, this is chordae tendineae, C-H-O-R-D-A-E-T-E-N, tendineae. Okay, this comes for 1 mark, student, of an asked question. So, what are chordae tendineae? Chordae tendineae are the strands of connective tissue that holds the valves in its position. Okay, so you can see like this in the internal structure of the heart. Okay, so these are the chordae tendineae which holds the valves in its position. Okay, children. So thus we complete the internal structure of the heart. Okay, and in the next class we will be studying the mechanism of heart. Okay, so today we learn about the septum, valves, W-A-L-L, valve, and then valves. Okay, so there are 4 different types of valves located at different areas and allows the blood to flow in one direction. Okay, next, children, this is very essential, often asked question, difference between arteries and veins. Okay, so arteries carry oxygenated blood from the heart to the organs of the body, whereas pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood from the heart, that is right ventricle, to the lungs for oxygenation. You should not get confusion. Okay, so all the arteries carry oxygenated blood from heart to all the parts of the body, whereas pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood from heart to the lungs for oxygenation. Just like that, veins carry deoxygenated blood from the organs of the body to the heart. Okay, whereas pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. So you can see here, this is pulmonary arteries which carries blood from the right ventricle to the, this goes to the left lung and this goes to the right lung. Okay, and then here you can see veins, children, pulmonary vein. Can you see this pulmonary veins here, red in color? both the right pulmonary vein and the left pulmonary vein opens into the left auricle. See here you can see this opens in the left auricle, whereas this also opens in the left auricle, because the left auricle is a center for oxygenated blood. Okay, and here the superior vena cava collecting deoxygenated blood from the upper part of the body, and the inferior vena cava collecting deoxygenated blood from the lower part of the body opens in the right auricle, because the right auricle is a center for deoxygenated blood. Okay, now take down these points and observe the diagram clearly. Okay, this is left pulmonary vein and this is a right pulmonary vein. This is a right pulmonary artery. This is left pulmonary artery. Okay, okay children.